It is our powerful desire that when you leave this gathering, that you understand what the path of least resistance means and how to figure out how to get on it. For some people, when they hear the words path of least resistance, they think it means, oh, you want me to be lazy. You want me to do what's easiest for me. And we say, exactly. And then you say, but wait, I've been trained not to be that way. I've been trained to knuckle under. I've been trained to give it all I've got. I've been trained to push through. I've been trained to persevere. I've been trained that if there isn't pain, there isn't gain. And we say, how's that working out for you? It's wearing you out. It makes you tired. It makes you ornery. It makes you not nice to be with. This virtue that you're working so hard to accomplish, there's an easier way. An easier way because it has more momentum. It's the path of least resistance. And by that we mean it's the path of who you really are. It's the path of your true desire. So in order to figure out this path, first you have to accept. We're going to throw it at you. You can't accept it at first, but by the end of the day, we think we will have worn you down. Everyone has their own path, and that's what's tricky, because you, oh, we love you so much, you've got your nose on other people's paths. You care too much, and the reason you do is because you've been using criteria other than your own guidance system to understand what your path is. So you look among you and you decide what's wrong activity, what's right activity, what's good behavior, what's bad behavior. You try to sort it out in an action-oriented, out here on the edge of manifestation place. And we want to say to you, that's the hard way of going about it, and it's way too long in the process. What we want you to come to understand today is that you've got guidance, and we're going to explain to you exactly what it is and how you've got it. You've got guidance that knows the path to everything you want. Hear this. Your inner being, whatever you want to call that source energy part of you, knows where you stand right now in relationship to everything you want, and knows the path to it. And the reason we call it the path of least resistance is because we keep showing you the path that is most likely from where you are that you can see it. Did you sort of get how good those words were? In other words, once you get tuned in, once you start loving yourself, once you're meditating and feel good, once life is really feeling good to you, once you're waking up and knowing it all is well, once you're looking around the world and seeing the beautiful things of it, you have almost no resistance in your path. So we can offer just a clear understanding of where something is that we know you want, and you'll be in the receptive mode, and you'll just hear it, and you'll just follow the path to it easily, effortlessly, joyfully. But if you're all wadded up, like so many are, all twirled up in the rightness and the wrongness of things, blaming this one, blaming that one, mad at yourself about this and that, making comparisons, feeling jealous, not happy with where you are, being sort of irritated about where everybody else is too, if you're kind of all wadded up in all of this, watching CNN, if you're all wadded up in all of that, then what's happening to you is you can't find the path of no resistance because you're not a vibrational match to that. But that doesn't mean that the source within you doesn't keep showing it to you. Start again. What we want to say to you, we really want you to hear this, is that sometimes the path of least resistance, we'll give you an example. Let's say that you want enough financial resources, to do the things that you want to do. So that all sounds really nice, doesn't it? And then you think, but I don't have the money to do everything I want to do, so you just threw some resistance on your trail. Now you would argue with us, yeah, because I faced reality, Abraham. I'm not like you. I can't just pretend that it's other than it is. And we say, we're not pretending, we know. we know there's just no resistance on our trail like there sometimes is on yours. So you've got some resistance. You want money, but you believe that you're going to have to work for it. So there's some resistance in that. And not only that, you also believe that you have to do this job that you don't want to do. So now just follow with this just a little bit, because once you get this, as we give it to you in the beginning of this day, then everything else that we say will be easier for you to hear. And you're going to leave here with so much less resistance than you've ever experienced before. Things will begin flowing to you much more easily. You're going to like it. So you want money. That seems like the path of least resistance, because you could trade chickens and furniture. You could trade services, but it is not portable. It's not convenient. So you've decided that you want some dollars. That's the path of least resistance. And then you think, but I have to go to work. So there's resistance in that. Now, we want to ask you, you can sort this out. Which is the path of least resistance? To go to work and get some dollars, or to not go to work and not have any dollars? So in that sort of clear scenario, the path of least resistance is easy to understand, isn't it? So let's say you follow the path of least resistance because you like to live well and you like to eat food and things like that. And so you follow the path of least resistance, and you go to work. And as you go to work, you receive some dollars, but then there are things about that work that you don't like. People are mean to you maybe, or they don't understand you. And as you focus upon it, you start activating resistance along your path. So now you've put yourself in a really hard place. You want to work, you don't really, but you want to work because you want money, but you don't want there to be a hard time. So now this seems like a hard choice. You want something that you believe that you can't have. What we want you to understand is you could smooth that path out for yourself more than you know. You could look for things at work that you do like, and you could carve out a path of lesser resistance. And the more you do that, the more law of attraction will show you other things that you like also. So your path gets easier and easier.